Hi, this is Ali Abbas Zafar and you're watching Bollywood Hungama.
Well, it's a huge privilege to have the blockbuster director with us, Ali Abbas Zafar, Sultan. As we speak, it is Friday, and I think that it's going to cross 100 crores by the end of the day today. Sultan, I'm calling him Sultan. Ali Abbas Zafar, huge pleasure to have you on BollywoodHungama.
Thank you.
Box office को Sultan तो आप in fact हो ही चुके हैं, इसमें कोई doubt नहीं है. Ali, I must tell you that we are live on BollywoodHungama Facebook as well. So you like to say something to your fans right now?
I would like to say thank you for all the support that the audience has shown for the film. And I hope we continue doing this again and again every Eid.
No, absolutely. In fact, you know, what is happening right now in theaters is unprecedented, and you know, it's important what is happening right now in theaters as well, because all these speculations have been happening since the last 6 months that Hollywood films have taken over, and do the Bollywood films, do they really have the steam to really just come up with those big numbers? And Sultan is literally showing the day, and what is being said that the way it's going right now, it's going to be like 30 crore weekend actually per day. Like say from here till Sunday, every day is going to be like a 30 crore thing, which is like a really rare thing to happen. क्या कहना है आपका with these kind of expectations and the 100% positive response that is there from people?
See, honestly, numbers, when your film gets numbers, it's always very empowering. Like how you said, I had no idea that it will be the first film which is going to do these 30
I've read it today, and the way it is trending, it looks like that.
See, what I'm most happy with, if I believe so, is that the response to the film has been very strong. The word of mouth, people, the kind of messages that they've sent me, the kind of messages they've sent to Adi, that's the most empowering thing. You know, definitely over a period of time, the pie at the box office has grown. So there is a huge section of audience that has grown, the number of cinemas have grown, the number of prints have grown. So the numbers are bound to come till the time when people come into the theater, they like what they're seeing. This has happened before, this is happening now, it's going to happen in future. So as a filmmaker, I think my responsibility finishes, or like any filmmaker's responsibility finishes when the film goes into the theater. What happens with the film from there is what audience get out of it. You know, I was very anxious and nervous just before the release of the film because I had no idea what Sultan would be. It was very anticipated film. It was one of the most anticipated film of the year. When you make a film with Salman Khan, with YRF as a banner, you know, everything becomes larger than life. When then your trailer comes out and people lap onto the trailer and say, wow, what a trailer, then the song comes out. So everything kinds of builds up. What I was very happy with, that when the content works, it creates a different kind of frenzy with an audience. So what is happening right now, I think, is that there was this hunger for a Salman Khan film with an audience, and when they went inside and watched the film, that kind of got satisfied, you know. Like a lot of people said that, yeah, you matched the hype of the film.
Exactly.
I think
maybe bettered as well.
Yeah.
Maybe. You know, I personally feel, I'm sorry to interrupt, but I think it's your best film by far a distance from whatever you've done so far.
Thank you.
In terms of the emotional content, the way you've handled, please continue.
Thank you. So I think that is where, as a filmmaker, your responsibility finishes. I think Indian audience is one of the most simplest audience. You know, like how you said that right now Hollywood films are kind of becoming more popular with an audience. Exactly. But you have to also see that not all Hollywood films are becoming popular. It's the good Hollywood films that are becoming popular. Like Jungle Book is a beautiful film. It's a good film. I watched it, my father watched it, my friends watched it, but it didn't happen with Independence Day. You know, it didn't happen with just another film that was a big film that came, which was, I think, a Star Trek, or you know, one more
Batman and
yeah. So the thing is that it's about whether when you sit in the theater for those 2.5 hours, is that film engaging you or not engaging you?
Absolutely.
And language is not a barrier. Means if you see Sairat, which is a Marathi film, has done phenomenal business.
Absolutely.
Just because it is a good film. That's it. I think if you make a good film, the Indian audience will like it. Any audience in the world will like it. You know, right now when I came into office, distribution team told me that film is even doing phenomenally in Middle East and
Overseas,
UK.
yes, overseas.
So that's the answer. Means if audience will like a film, it will do good business.
In fact, we've done a public opinion in New Jersey, in USA, and the way people are reacting to it, it's like outstanding actually. You know, वो चेहरे पे दिख जाता है. अगर आपको picture पसंद आई तो आपके चेहरे पे दिख जाता है. Amir Khan feels that if any movie can break the record of PK, then it's going to be Sultan.
I think
He's loved it actually.
He really liked it. Where he sent me a message. He called Adi. I think it's really gracious of him. I think they're seniors. You know, I have watched their films when I was in school. You know, when Ghulam came, when Maine Pyar Kiya came, I was in school. So when you watch these stars, you know, when you are no one, when I'm from Dehradun, you know, a small town, no connection with films.
Sure.
And that is where I've seen those films, sitting with my school friends, college friends, my best friends in Dehradun, who've come especially to watch a Salman Khan film, because we were all die-hard Salman Khan fans.
Absolutely.
When Karan Arjun came, I was in class, I think 9th or 10th, you know, and we bunked from school to go and watch Salman Khan films, not only Karan Arjun, Auzar, Veer Gati. That was the time I was growing up, you know.
Okay.
You know, and that there was one song where he says, I love you, I love you, I love you, you know. There was a famous song in the desert with Salman looking just too good looking with blue aviators and models. And we used to dance, you know, or in the theater, or we used to just watch it and say, look at that star here. And all three of them, whether it was Amir, Shah Rukh or Salman, had that quality about him. So it feels special, you know, when today, when you make that film and the same star who you were a fan when he was doing Ghulam or Rangila, you know, tells you something, it just becomes special. You know, he sent me a very sweet message, and my only reply to that was, sir, I'm very happy that you liked it, and whenever you have time and we meet next, we will talk about it, because there's so much of learning, you know, because there's no, I always believe that there is no tod to experience. The experience counts the most, and they are very experienced, and when there is a pat on your back, it only pushes you a little ahead and says that okay, you can move forward from here and do something more.
Absolutely. And now many times it happens, we've seen it many times, that the event films which do like big business at the box office, quite a few times, most of the time somehow they get bad reviews. But Sultan has got very good reviews from even the hard-nosed critics. They've really liked the film, and they've really spoken about it and appreciated it as well. Do you find it like in a way like a bonus for that not merely the audience, even the critics, they are liking the movie, and even at the end of the day they are audience as well. They don't have
exactly. So I think you've answered it, because I feel that they don't have an agenda. Definitely. From the trailers, from the songs, it was very evident what kind of film was it. When people came into theaters, whether it was audience or critics, I think they got more than that. You know, because a lot of people told me after the trailer, yaar tumne to puri kahani de di, picture mein kya dikhaoge? And I think I was at that point of time saying that wait, because I think there is more to that. There is a lot of subtext to it. There's more story. And what made, I think, Sultan special, even when you say hard-nosed critics, was more than my effort, Salman's effort. You know, it's very evident that he's carried the film on his shoulders from first frame to the second frame, and Anushka has been the sole backbone of that journey. You know, so when your main characters in a plot kind of drive the film, I think, whether you are a critic or you're an audience, you will still connect to it, you know. Sultan is a very simple story. It's full of cliches. Means I'm not saying that I was trying to tell a story that was never told before. It's a classic underdog story, and a classic underdog story will have the same beats. We've seen that in Rocky, we've seen that in Raging Bull, we've seen that in Invictus, we've seen that in Chak De. Means any sports film which is an underdog story has the same beats, you know. But it's the characters. You know, it's the actors who bring a lot of their personal, you know, experience into those characters and then take it forward. One of the, I think, strengths of Sultan is Salman and Anushka's performance.
Absolutely, absolutely. Both of them are outstanding.
Yeah, and when that happens, when that connect happens, then people don't look at the smaller things, you know. It's bizarre, I'm going to quote that when Salim uncle saw the film in the edit, he came out and his eyes were moist and he was clapping when he sees that little child in the end. It is in the edit, so me and Adi went, he just jumped onto Adi and hugged him and said, yaar, बहुत ही अच्छी picture बनाई है तुमने. And then he hugged me and then I asked him, sir, कोई छोटी छोटी चीज़ें हैं कुछ? तो he said, छोटी चीज़ों का कोई फ़र्क नहीं पड़ता. He said, जब हमने शोले लिखी तो रमेश सिप्पी ने पिक्चर बनाई, हम पिक्चर देख के आए और कहानी क्या थी कि गब्बर एक बहुत बड़ा डाकू है, पुलिस गब्बर को ढूंढ रही है, गब्बर कहीं मिल नहीं रहा है, गब्बर कहीं छुपा बैठा है. लेकिन जब आप पिक्चर देखो तो कभी बसंती बोल रही है गब्बर मैं आ रहा हूँ, कभी धर्मेंद्र बोल रहा है गब्बर मैं आ रहा हूँ, कभी ठाकुर बोल रहा है गब्बर मैं आ रहा हूँ. तो सबको तो पता है गब्बर कहाँ है. जब सभी जा रहे हैं गब्बर में आ रहा हूँ करके, मतलब ऑडियंस ने कभी वो क्वेश्चन ही नहीं किया, बिकॉज यू आर विद द इमोशन ऑफ द फिल्म.
एब्सोल्युटली.
तो जब सबको ही गब्बर पड़ता था तो पुलिस क्यों नहीं जाके पकड़ रही थी?
बिल्कुल सही बात है.
बट नो वन क्वेश्चन दैट टिल नाउ. ही सेड इट्स सच अ बेसिक मिस्टेक एंड एनीवन कैन क्वेश्चन दैट मिस्टेक. और हमें बाहर से पता था, लेकिन क्योंकि वो किरदार का इमोशन इतना स्ट्रांग था कि जब वो बोलते थे गब्बर में आ रहा हूँ, पीपल वर नॉट क्वेश्चनिंग इट. ही सेज हाँ, ही विल गो टू गब्बर. सो दीज आर स्मॉल थिंग्स which any film will have, but you have to look at the larger picture and what do you get out of the theatre with. And I think it's a part of a learning process. It's my third film. I'm also learning. I've learned something from Mere Brother Ki Dulhan. I learned something from Gunde. I learned something from Sultan. And there is no guarantee that every film will going to do that, because it's a part of our business. Absolutely. You know, we are bound to make good films or bad films. We are bound to make flops. We are bound to make hits. Sometimes a flop will give you a lot of satisfaction because you think I made the truest film. Maybe it's not connected with an audience, and sometimes the film that makes a lot of money at box office, you will say, but this is not my best work, yaar. It just made that money. I think so that is all a part of journey. I think one needs to take a step forward with every film and move on.